Jonathan!
Yes!
Don't walk out on me when we're talking.
I have to go to work. I wanted to talk last night, if you remember, but you fell asleep.
You were upstairs with that baby for nearly an hour.
Well, you could have come up and helped me, or were you trying to make a point?
I'd had an exhausting day. I fell asleep.
And in the car going home?
You made it clear that you didn't want to talk.
That's not true. I tried, but you were more interested in going through the glove compartment looking for your Joni Mitchell tape, so I gave up.
And sulked.
I wasn't sulking.
You were.
I was not. Look, I've got to go.
And get the last word in.
We'll talk tonight.
Jonathan, you have to have a stable relationship before you can even think about having babies.
We are stable.
Oh, yeah? I mean, look at us. We can't even communicate properly.
I was more than willing to communicate last night.
I'm not talking about last night or this morning. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. I'm talking about all the time. I didn't know you wanted children. You've never spoken about that before. You just dropped it like a bombshell. I want a baby. And then you walked out of the room. Like you were saying, I want a boiled egg for breakfast.
I didn't mean it to sound like that. I just said it. It's what I thought. I thought you'd feel the same.
That's because we never talked about it.
Oh, Shell, I don't know what you want. Do you want us to have debates? Is that it? You know, today's topic is, shall we have a baby?
No! Oh, Jonathan, go to work.
You see, you accuse me of not talking to you properly. And then when I do say something that really matters to me, like I'd like a child, then you shout me down. You can't have it both ways.
All I'm saying is that we're not ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, sorry, I'm not ready. Babies don't bring you closer together. They put an extra burden on the relationship.
Well, it may surprise you to know, Cheryl, that some people think babies are a wonderful gift of nature and not a burden on a relationship at all.
Well, that's fine for the people who think that. Let them have the babies.
I think that. Me. Jonathan Gordon Davies thinks that. You know, I'm nearly 30, I have got a good job, and I would like a child. I think that's a fairly normal state of affairs.
But what about me? Cheryl Boyanowski, what about what I want?
A car. That's what you said, isn't it?
I hate you.
You sure you're up to this?
Yes, I'll be all right. Hearts are like that, you know, up and down.
Pumping away.
That's right. Where is it, then?
There.
That's hers. You said you were going to get a car.
That's what it is. A car with a long back end. Now, do you want this lesson or not?
It's a funeral car. It's what they carry dead people in. I'm not going to ride in that.
Well, you will one day, so you might as well have a practice.
Yeah, well, I'll wait for me proper turn, eh?
It's all right by me.
And another thing, where are we going to stick these L plates?
Do you really want to know, Eddie? Morning.
You're looking very smart.
Cheers.
Hope she's worth it. Hey, are you sure this is legal? He's a copy, you know, and he might come back.
Look, we're just going to practice a three-point turn in the close. Now, the car's taxed, it's MOT'd, and it's insured for any driver, so get in.
Doesn't seem right to me.
It's just a car, Eddie. 4 wheels and an engine.
Do you know what Ed would say? She'd say that this was disrespectful towards the dead.
Well, they're not going to know, are they? Look, I shifted a cooker in this last week, and nobody complained. So we're going to do this, or what?
Right. So it's accelerator, brake, clutch.
No, Eddie. It's clutch, brake, accelerator.
I was going from right to left.
Well, from right to left, it's... Look, the pedal nearest the door, that one there, that's the accelerator, right?
Right. I'm not stupid, you know. I thought it might have been different in ours.
No, Eddie. It's exactly the same.
Except that he carries dead people.
Well, let's make sure we stay alive, eh? That's the break there, the one in the middle.
Right.
I said the middle. Watch me lips, Harry. M-E-D-D-L-E. The one that stops the car is in the middle. Got it?
That was one thing I liked about Ralph teaching me. He never got in a temper.
Start the car, Harry.
Yes?
I've had the SS round this morning, and I want to know what's been going on.
You'd better come in.
What's all this crap you've been telling them?
Mr. Mitchell, please.
Don't you Mr. Mitchell me, woman. She's my daughter, and I want to know what's going on.
Can't we sit down and talk about this?
Get your coat.
I won't.
Get your coat or I'll knock your bloody head off.
Mr. Mitchell, there's no need for that.
Get your coat now.
Annie? I think you ought to know that I'm a magistrate.
I don't care if you're the Queen of Sheba. She's coming home.
I'm not.
You're asking for it, girl. Don't let me have to tell you once more. I've had enough.
Look, can't we just talk about this?
I'll talk about this with her if you don't mind.
What I would like to know is what has been said.
Yeah, so would I.
Well, perhaps if you told us what was worrying...
Look, it's none of your business. It's between me and her.
Well, actually, it is my business. Louise is in my care, and you threaten violence against her. Now, I know she's your daughter, but there's something obviously that's making you angry and upset.
You're dead right I am.
Well, if you care about her at all, you must see that I can't possibly let her go with you. You might do something you'd regret, something we'd all regret. Think about it. Do you care about her?
She's my daughter. Of course I bloody care about her.
Well, in that case, let's sit down and talk, calmly and rationally, about exactly what is worrying you.
Corkill,
Yes, sir.
you're late. Never mind. Come over here so I can take a proper look at what they've sent me. I'm Inspector Newall. This is DC Corkill, everybody. It's his first day in CID, so let's make sure we welcome him onto the team. That's enough, or else his face will end up clashing with his tie. Very, flashy, is that?
Yeah, I've got a different one in my pocket, sir.
Oh, that is clever.
Thank you, sir.
I suggest you put it on, then.
Now, sir?
Why not? Unless you need a mirror.
Hiya. All right. I'm DC Kevin Phillips. He's got a thing about ties. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
That's better. Well, now you can go and get the bacon sandwiches, can't you?
Where from?
I've no idea. But if you speak ever so nicely to Hazel over there, she might just tell you. Go on. She won't bite.
Do you know where the bacon butty shop is?
It's not in gear, Harry.
All right, all right. I did it wrong, didn't I?
They've taken our Gary away from Chadwick House and they've moved him to some place the other side of Liverpool. All because of her lies.
I'm not lying.
She lives in cloud cuckoo land, does that girl. She wouldn't know the truth if it stood up and smacked her in the face.
I do know what the truth is. I could say plenty about you.
See? That'll be another pack of lies. Well, I hope you're happy now you've got your brother into trouble.
Well, I don't think she has exactly. Mrs. Mackay did say she would try not to bring the police into it.
I should hope not.
Well, it is an offence, Mr. Mitchell. A criminal offence.
He hasn't done nothing.
How do you know that?
She promised me that he wouldn't get into trouble.
You know as well as I do, they talk a load of rubbish. They'll do what they want.
No, they won't. Mrs. Mackay was very concerned that they did what Louise wanted.
If you believe our Gary's been touching her up, you're as cracked as she is.
Well, I do believe her, Mr. Mitchell. I don't think a child would know about the sort of things that Louise described to us if she hadn't experienced them.
That is the biggest load of garbage I've ever heard.
No, the truth of the matter is, you can't believe that it's actually happening in your own family. And it is a very difficult thing to accept.
You can't see it, can you? She's fooled you.
I'm telling the truth.
Like hell you are. You don't know her.
I do.
You think you do? You wait till she starts properly. Have you told her about how you thieved from your own father, eh? Have you?
No.
No, I didn't think you would. Well, you ask her about that. She took 10 quid out of me pocket. 10 quid! Now, that might not seem like a lot of money to you in your posh house, but it's a hell of a lot of money when you're living on handouts.
Did you take the money?
Yeah.
Oh, by God, she's told the truth for once in her life.
It was for the coach fair to go and see me mum.
Yeah, and then she didn't want you, did she?
Do you have to be so hurtful?
Hurtful? You don't know the meaning of the word, woman. I've had the Gestapo round my house at 8:30 this morning, wanting to know if I've ever interfered with my son. That's hurtful.
Mr. Mitchell, you're a grown man. Louise is only a child. And it's our job, the social services and mine, to protect children. I know you've been hurt, but I think Louise has been hurt much more. And I don't intend to let it continue.
I could do with one of them. That's the nearest I've been to a cig in 2 years. Do you know that?
It was you that was making me nervous. It looked as though you were waiting for me to make a mistake. And I'm a very good driver. Well, Ralph says so anyway. What are we having for dinner?
I don't know. Hey, look, I did breakfast. It's your turn.
Well, you could do something easy. You could open a tin of beans. It only takes 2 minutes to open a tin of beans.
Right. Beans it is.
On toast.
Anything else, sir?
You could grate some cheese on it. Ralph does it that way, and it's lovely.
Is that it?
This carpet could do with over.
So, I came home. Check you're still here.
Where did you think I'd go?
I don't know.
You thought I'd leave you?
No. Well, I thought it might occur to you. Did it?
Yeah, it occurred to me. For about 10 seconds.
Don't. Ever, will you?
That was a long time, babe.
Come with me.
Where to?
Come on, it won't take a minute.
You don't know how hard I've tried with that girl.
Yes, I'm sure you have.
It hasn't been easy, you know. I didn't want him in care. But I couldn't manage him on my own.
I see.
She went completely wild after her mother left.
Yes.
So, when do you think they'll have it all sorted out?
Oh, I don't know. You do have Mrs. Mackay's telephone number if you want to know anything.
You want to watch her? She'll run rings round you.
Goodbye, Mr. Mitchell.
I do care about her, you know.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, well, you'll be hearing from me then.
What do you think? It's yours.
I don't believe it.
Yeah?
You're completely crazy. You know that, don't you?
Well, that's what the bank manager told me, or words to that effect.
I can't take this off you.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, it's so beautiful. I don't know what to say.
Well, you said you wanted a car.
I did. I do. But
But what?
I don't know. Oh, John, it's beautiful. But I can't let you buy me this.
Why not?
I don't know. I just can't. You have to take it back.
Bacon and tomato with lots of salt and pepper.
Took you long enough.
There was a queue. Bacon, tomato, sausage, egg, and a slice of black pudding. And, they had no bacon left, so I got you this. Tripe? Well, I thought you'd like that. Have a bite, tell us what it tastes like. Very funny. Is this my dish, sir?
If that's the one you want.
Can't seem to do right for doing wrong.
I know why you bought the car.
Well, perhaps you'd tell me, because for the life of me, I don't.
Aldi has child safety harnesses in the back.
I see. That's what you're thinking, is it? You said you wanted a car. I went past the showroom, saw the car, remembered what you'd said, and I bought it. Simple as that. Nothing sinister, no strings attached.
But there would be eventually. It doesn't even have to be said. You want a baby, I want a car. So you buy me a car and I give you a baby. That's the deal, isn't it?
It's a gift. My accountant said I should be thinking about buying a new car, so I bought it.
I'll buy my own car, Jonathan.
Sorry?
I know what's going through your mind.
Really? Well, that's fascinating. You must tell me sometime.
It's obvious you want me to have a baby so that I'll stay with you. It's the same thing with the car. You buy me a car and then I can't leave because I owe you, right?
You really do flatter yourself, don't you? It couldn't be that I might just want a child, or I might want to buy you a car. There has to be some devious ulterior motive to it all.
I think there is.
Well, excuse me for saying so, but I think that's to do with your own paranoia.
Right. That's a loaf of bread and some coffee. Anything else?
Yeah, you can get me something for this indigestion. That brown bread, it lays heavy. It's all the bran in it, you know.
Right. I'm off.
You made me jump.
What are you doing?
I wasn't nicking anything, if that's what you were thinking. I was just trying it on.
I only asked what you were doing.
Feeling better?
Well, I thought to do it while you were out, you know, to save you doing it. Are you spying on me?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted something you could suck or that fizzy stuff for your indigestion. But it looks like it got better all of a sudden.
Oh, no, still got it.
You were going some with that Hoover, Harry.
Well, I thought a bit of light exercise. Sometimes it fixes me, you know.
Oh, yeah? Well, then you can exercise them legs right down the shops.
All right. I don't mind going. I'll take it easy.
You know what I think, Harry? I think you're ill whenever it suits you.
That's a terrible thing to say about a man who's poorly. It's wicked. You'll get punished for that.
Yeah, but it's the truth, though, isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Come on, Harry, you're laying on thick, don't you? Admit it.
You don't know what it's like to be like this, do you?
Admit it, or I'm packing my cases and I'm off, and I mean it.
I get these palpitations and that.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as you make out, though, is it, eh?
Look, you don't know what it's like to be an old man and lonely. Ralph doesn't care for me. And now you're starting.
I would have stayed. You only had to ask. I'll go down the shops.
I can tell when I'm not wanted.
Why'd you say that?
Because you think I'm going to nick all your stuff now. Because of what my dad said.
When I first met you, you came up before me because you were stealing. But I don't think for one moment you're going to steal from me.
Why did you lock your jewellery box then?
Have you been back in my bedroom?
I wanted to tighten the screw from the lid. Because it didn't fit properly.
You have no right to go in my bedroom without permission. I've got to have some privacy.
Why did you lock it?
I usually keep it locked. Got quite valuable pieces in there, and for insurance purposes, I keep it locked.
Another thing about me is I can tell when people are lying.
Perhaps it's because you're so used to telling lies yourself. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I do lie. But not to you. I've never lied to you. I don't lie to people I like.
I'm sorry.
I want to see old Gary. I want to see if he's all right.
I'll ring Mrs. Mackay and see if that's possible.
Can he come here?
I really don't know.
Well, to let him if you say he can.
Why do you want to see him?
He's me brother.
What about?
Look. I love him. I want to see him.
New methods of fetal monitoring are demonstrated next at Jimmy's.
Aren't you going to give me a hand? The cream cakes will spoil. And after all, they are for you.
That's Choi's home early, isn't it?
I dare say it's his afternoon off.
That's Thursday.
How do you know?
I watch, don't I?
Come on, Jess. Out you get. You can't just stay there. If you're not well, you should be in bed.
I'm all right.
Well, if you're all right, why wouldn't you go to Mrs. Williams? Kids.
I know.
Come on, Jess.
Is something the matter?
I think she's missing Caroline. They rang me from school to say she wouldn't go to the childminder. I've had to palm my surgery off on somebody else.
It can't be easy.
It isn't.
Will Caroline be away long?
2 months. It's a business trip as well as seeing the family.
Oh, pity you couldn't go too.
Oh, work, you know, and Jess's school. Come on then, Jess.
Would you like to try this?
You sure?
Well, if bribery isn't against your principles.
It is against my principles, but we'd given up on them by the time she was 6 months old.
You lasted well.
Hiya.
All right.
Someone special?
No, I'll just pay my credit card bill. I have to buy a load of new stuff, you see. We're going plain clothes.
Nice.
Yeah. Got to look decent when you're meeting the public, haven't you? Could be sent anywhere. Big offices, boardrooms.
Must be good.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Cost an arm and a leg, this, you know.
Looks it.
Louise?
They have best in here at Risley.
All right, see ya.
Louise?
I'm coming. I want somebody to play with.
Oh, Kate, you'll be home soon.
I don't want Katie.
I thought you liked her.
I want Hattie.
You can't have Hattie.
Why not?
Well, she's not been around, has she?
Ask her to come then. Phone her up, Daddy.
I can't.
I want Hattie. Phone her up, Daddy. Please.
Hey, that won't do.
What won't do?
That shirt, I'm smartening myself up, so you can smarten yourself up.
Harry, Harry. I've been in a suit all day.
Good to see Gerald Fallon in a shirt like that.
Who's Gerald Fallon?
Mona's husband. One Ralph's been staying with.
Well, what's he got to do with anything?
Standards, that's what. Don't this Lana one thinking we don't know how to do things.
So all this is in aid of Mr. Hardwick coming back?
This is my day for doing this.
And you want him to think that you're well suited with me?
I never said any such thing.
No problem. Black next, is it?
Is everything ready?
Tray's laid. Cakes are on the plate. Bit early to put the kettle on yet.
Gary likes donuts.
Well, it's to be hoped so. Otherwise, it won't do Paul's waistline much good.
I didn't make you buy them.
I know.
You should have let me have it cut.
It looks perfectly all right.
Look a mess.
It's nerves. Mrs. Mackay said it would be difficult.
Away.
It'll be difficult for Gary, too. But don't worry. I'll be here all the time.
Gary like me hair long.
Don't do that.
Afraid of me James, are you?
No, it's not that. I'm not sure about that skirt either.
I'm not a kid, you know. He's coming.
See your face in them now.
We could do with Ralph coming home more often.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't happen. Let's hope he stays where he belongs, and we all know where Lana belongs, don't we?
Where?
Las Vegas. All fruit machines and nude women.
Sounds all right to me.
Look, that's enough of that.
I've got a problem, Harry.
Oh, aye, what is it?
Which one shall I wear?
Does it matter as long as you've got a nice clean shirt on?
Hey, we've got to get it right, haven't we? And we want one that'll make Ralph stay and Lana want to go. How about this one, Harry? That'll keep Ralph sweet and remind Lana of home.
Don't be stupid, son. Put your black one on and make yourself look smart.
Hello. You must be Gary. Come in.
All right?
Yeah.
Let me take your coat.
I've got my own room now.
All right. You've done well, haven't you? Oh, yeah.
And then I'll make the tea.
We went shopping.
Special occasion, isn't it? Right then, shall we put the kettle on? Oh, do sit down. Are you coming, Louise?
Sorry about this.
Hattie was born anyway.
Come and see what I've got. I wanted you to come, but Daddy didn't.
Hattie, your cardigan.
That's not true.
What time should I pick her up?
Well, have a cup of tea at least.
I'm used to being her taxi driver.
I could do with a bit of grown-up company. Caroline's away.
Single parent, eh?
I thought you might give me a few tips.
I'm sure you can get plenty of people to do that. Your father, for example.
I haven't been seeing much of my father.
Oh?
He wanted me to go to Hong Kong with Caroline.
And you didn't.
Can't catch me for a bumblebee.
I better go.
Amy's gone back.
Good, I'm glad.
I'm sorry I hurt you.
You hadn't made any promises.
Tea?
Why not?
Yes,
Detective Constable Corkill.
must be my age.
I've come about the robbery.
Oh, yes, about time, my poor little beauty. My cat,
Your cat?
not for the first time.
Well, I'm sure it'll come back.
No, she won't. Somebody's taken it.
Well, I'm not sure that we can do anything about a cat.
It was a pedigree. They export their fur, see? That's what they take them for. Are you coming in or what?
Pass the cakes round, Louise.
Do you want one?
No,
Louise said you like donuts.
doesn't mean I have to eat two.
Do you want an eclair?
Would you rather have some spaghetti hoops?
Sound?
I don't think we have any.
We have. I put some in the trolley. They're in the top cupboard.
Well, yes, but...
She's a dead good cook, you know.
I'm starving.
Will you be all right for a minute?
And why not?
Top cupboard, you say?
And a bit of toast, sir. Have you seen our dad?
Yeah,
Me too. He wants us back.
I'm all right here.
Food's terrible at this new place.
I'm sorry.
And they watch it all the time.
Same here. Well, he does anyway.
Oh, you'll get round him.
I will.
Why'd you do it? Why'd you tell it?
I didn't.
How else would they know?
Don't know.
It was our secret. Just you and me. I told you.
I didn't mean to.
Oh, yeah.
She made me. She forced me. She just kept worming away. I'm sorry, Gary.
Oh, don't cry. It'll be all right. Yeah, I'll have some of this. Well, if it had been gone for 2 weeks, why didn't you let us know beforehand?
I did. I phoned every day, waiting for more staff, you fellas said.
Well, I'll do my best.
If she does come back, she'll have to have a pregnancy test. We can't have any old kind of kittens.
Right, I'll get all the details on the computer right away.
You won't forget the white spot on her tail.
No, I won't forget that, no.
Mind you, she's probably out of the country by now, with her fur on somebody else's back.
Right, we'll be in touch anyway.
Look what you're doing!
Oh, my God.
Save him!
Oh, get out of my way, can't you?
Call yourself a copper. You're more like an elephant.
All I need is some water.
No! That's the hot tub!
I'm sorry.
Right. Name and number. I'll make sure you're sorry you ever set foot in my house.
Mooncakes, an old Chinese custom. This one's left over from last week, actually.
I stayed up late and we went in the garden with our lanterns when the moon was out.
That sounds interesting.
I often stay up late when I'm at my dad's.
There was an emperor who had this formula for long life. His wife stole it and he got very angry.
So she had to fly to the moon.
One law for men and another for women.
Well, that was the bad old days.
Is it any different now?
I believe the true story is about some revolutionaries who passed messages in mooncakes.
It's good.
I want Jess to keep in touch with her culture.
I know.
Both her cultures.
Which one is stronger?
Daddy,
What is it, Jess?
can Hattie come to the Moon Festival next year?
If she wants to.
We won't be here next year.
Why not?
We're going to America.
It's not for a couple of months. Anyway, I haven't said yes yet.
Work.
Yes. I've had this fabulous offer. A university position at Harvard. All the money I need for my research and sabbaticals every time you turn around. They really know how to do it over there.
Sounds great. What's the problem?
What about Hattie, sing role? Who do I put first, her or me?
There are some offers you can't refuse.
Yes, I'm afraid you're right.
Is it congratulations, then?
Yes.
Thank you.
What was that for?
For a marvelous holiday and a smooth ride home.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, stretch limo. I didn't know you had them here.
That's no stretch limo.
What's your hurry?
Something's happened to Harry.
Mr. Hardwick.
Yeah, why wasn't I informed?
What's the matter?
It's Harry, dead and nearly buried. When did this happen?
Welcome home, Ralph.
Say thank you.
Thanks. Them donuts were all right.
Did you feed him proper at this new place?
Well, it won't be for long.
See you then, kid.
When?
Dunno, up to them, isn't it?
Well, you can always come and see her any time you like, so long as there's somebody here.
I looked after her when nobody else did.
We know that.
You're all right, weren't we?
Yeah.
Be okay, will you?
She can phone you.
Anything you need, just let me know.
Have you got your bus fare?
See you then.
You won't forget me, will you?
As if.
He's not gone far. And you know where he is.
They won't let me go and see him, will they?
Well, yes, if it's properly arranged. We're only trying to protect you.
He's all I've got.
I want to help.
Why did you have to interfere?
Well, 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 look who it is.
Thought it was a cat you were going after.
Could have told me.
A robbery's a robbery.
Remember what they tell you at training school. We're here to serve the public.
You all knew what it was, though.
She's on every other day about something or other. Last week it was a white mouse.
This time it was a pedigree cat worth hundreds.
Mangy old tomboy, like.
Yeah, she's got dozens of them.
So why'd you send me?
Somebody's got to do it.
It's off a cake. I don't know why we bother.
We bother because she's the chief inspector's mother-in-law.
Oh, no.
Threatened to report you, did she?
Yeah? Do you think this is an aid of?
I'll tell you what. I'll hang on to it whilst you get your report done.
What a good idea.
Hey!
Can I have some tomato sauce?
There's sauce on the beans.
You can never have too much tomato sauce, can you?
I'm going to have raspberry sauce on my ice cream.
And what about healthy eating, Dr. Choi?
I leave that to school dinners.
Mum usually makes me have fruit for pudding.
Well, this is a special occasion. Besides, we haven't got any fruit. Caroline's away, and I'm a bit behind with the shopping. Oh, I'll do that.
No, it's all right. Miss her, do you?
It's a bit lonely.
You can never go on the swing if you want after tea. I think my mum will make me go home. Why don't you ask her if she'll let you stay? I don't think she will. I want Hattie to stay the night.
I don't think so. Besides, where would she sleep?
In my bed.
There wouldn't be enough room.
Please, Mum.
Well, she could sleep in Caroline's room.
How will she get to school?
I'll take her.
Oh, go on, Mum.
Yes, go on. She'll be all right with me. I'm good at looking after people.
I know. Oh, all right.
Of course, we ate out a lot when we were up in the Lake District.
Only because Mona went on strike.
But it cost a few, Bob.
Oh, Gerald was very generous. Nothing was too much trouble.
Well, you don't always feel like standing in front of the kitchen sink when you've just come down off the top of a mountain.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Hey, remember that day we climbed up the old man of Coniston?
Sounds like somebody had a good holiday.
I never could resist temptation.
Thank goodness for that.
Well, if you've all quite finished.
Oh, I'm sorry, Harry. That was really a lovely dinner. You're a very good cook.
I should be. I've had bags of practice lately.
Well, don't worry about the washing up. Me and Lana will do it.
Oh, no, you won't. He'll do it.
All right with me, as long as I can have my music on.
Pop music?
Oh, I love pop music. I'll help you.
How long's he stopping?
I thought you'd never ask.
I wouldn't have thought he was your type.
Anyone's my type who can pay the rent.
Rent?
He's the new lodger.
You mean he's living here?
That's right.
Oh. Oh, well, like you say. Long as he pays the rent.
Don't you mind?
No, why should I? I mean, it's up to you, isn't it? There's room for all of us here, long as he doesn't mind having a camp bed.
How do you make that out?
Well, you in your room, him out here, and me and Lana in my room.
Oh, no, you don't.
Why not?
I'll tell you why not, because you're not married.
Mona didn't mind.
Do you mean to say she let you share a room when you were up there? I'm surprised at Mona.
Now, listen, Harry, I still pay rent, so I've got the right to decide who has my room.
All right, then, you can decide whether Lana comes out here on the couch with Mick on the camp bed, or you do.
Hazel,
Yeah?
come and help us with this.
Don't know about that. Is there any job description?
Better give him a hand or he'll miss the boat.
Ah, funny. Come on, hold that. Oh, sugar.
Hey, careful! We don't want to have another post-mortem.
Oh, there'll be something fishy going on.
If you two don't shut it, there'll be more than dead fish around here.
Oh, don't worry about it, Cod. Rod, I'll make sure you're getting a proper case next time. Boss says you can follow this lot up after you've delivered Mrs. Smart's fish supper.
Is that the one that came in earlier?
Proper job this time, is it?
Oh, yeah. Some slippery customer's been helping himself down at the fish market.
All right?
Fine. Just as asleep, Hattie's reading.
She loves to read. She'll fall asleep with the light on.
I'll check her before I go to bed.
Oh, these will be dry for the morning. You'll make sure she remembers her dinner money, won't you?
Don't worry about her. I'm good at looking after kids.
I know.
I've always played with Jess, bathed her, read her stories. But all this, washing her clothes, making her meals, that's a different kind of loving, isn't it?
Yes.
When Mei Lin died, it changed me. Before that, I felt safe. as if I had all the time I wanted. Now, I don't know what the future will bring.
So maybe you should just live for today.
Yeah?
Keep your voice down, will you?
What?
Look, I want no funny business.
You mean if me and Ralph share a room?
No, if Ralph and Lana sleep together.
Old enough to make up their own mind, I'd say.
Not under my roof, they're not. I've got young Tim to think of.
Tim?
My grandson. If his father can't set him an example, I will.
Isn't this all a bit behind the times, Harry?
Haven't you heard of the Ten Commandments?
Yeah. And it can't be adultery if they're both widowed.
Look, don't you be clever with me. You'll be sleeping in the lounge with Ralph. When he gets up to go out, you get up and follow him and come and tell me. I'm having no carrying on under my roof.
More?
I better not. Not if I have to drive.
We haven't had a proper toast yet. He doesn't count. So a successful career.
Thanks.
And a safe return.
Thanks again.
I wish I'd known about America before.
I could have phoned you, only
Amy. She was my father's idea.
never yours.
Easier in some ways if it had been.
Easier for who?
My father. For me, in a way.
Not for me.
I know I let you down.
Caroline tried to explain, but I still didn't understand, not if you felt the way I did.
I did. I still do.
So?
I love you. Stay with me.
Trainee ambulanceman Richard Waterman awaits the results of his exams next at Jimmy's.
Hello.
Hello. You're really here.
Yep.
What time is it?
Time I was off.
What?
We don't want the kids to find us like this, do we?
Might be a bit sudden.
It was a bit sudden.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought it could be so easy.
Thought?
What do you think? Will there ever be anybody else? Will it be all right if there is?
It was.
Yes.
There is something.
Go on.
I suppose for you there's only ever been Mei Lin.
Yes.
Well, for me there has been somebody else. After Rob, I mean.
Oh? What happened?
He was married.
Oh. It's one of the things I love about you. Your honesty.
about the kids?
It's time.
Hey.
What?
Hey!
What?
Where's Ralph? You're supposed to be keeping your eye on him.
I did, didn't I? Who was it who told you every time he went to the toilet? Why don't you tell me he's got a weak bladder?
Look, there's no need for that. I haven't had a wink of sleep all night. And he's not in the toilet now, is he?
I wouldn't know, would I?
Well, where is he?
Search me.
You're supposed to be the watchdog.
Listen, I've got a job to do. 2 funerals today. I can't go driving around half asleep, can I?
You can't trust anyone. I hope you spot which one's the corpse. I know where you are, Alf Hardwick. You can't fool me. Now come out and face the music. Sorry.
Come on, you're not trying. Oh, come on. Morning.
Morning.
You're off early, aren't you?
Yeah, early job.
All right.
Yeah, keeping watch, this robbery. These fellas been ripping stuff off for ages, you know, got away with thousands.
Well, good luck to you. There's far too many people helping themselves to other people's things these days.
That's right, yeah. Hey, did you know it's illegal for your dog to soil on the pavement?
Oh, it's a very well cared for dog, this, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Did you hear that? That's what we're paying our taxes for. Come on, son. Oh, concentrate.
Boo! Oh, it's you. Did you sleep all right?
Didn't know you were going to stay.
I wasn't. But you know how I feel about drinking and driving.
Doesn't look very comfortable. It's too short.
It's wonderfully comfortable.
For 5 minutes. Came down earlier for a drink of water.
I see.
I like it here.
I'm glad.
Can I have a cuddle?
Why not?
Where do you think you've been this hour of the morning?
Couldn't sleep, could I? Have you heard that fella snoring?
Now, don't be grouchy.
He always is first thing.
Not with me, he isn't. Now, you come on in and sit down and read your paper, and I'll get your breakfast for you.
Hey, that's my kitchen.
Well, I'll get your breakfast, too.
What time is it?
Breakfast time. How would you like 2 fried eggs, sunny side up?
He's had every night.
Yeah, every time I got up, he got up. Have trouble with your waterworks, do you?
Now, look, if I'm going to cook breakfast, it's going to be done properly. I want this table laid nicely, and I want you properly washed and dressed.
Time you were up anyway.
Want to know the difference?
Hey, get out of here quick, especially you.
Oh, hey.
They're ready for school.
Seems I'm redundant. Jess is insisting that Hattie get addressed.
It's good they get on so well together, isn't it?
Makes things a lot easier.
Hattie knows.
Oh.
It's all right. She doesn't mind.
Good. Now, that would be a clash of loyalties.
It's a funny thing about kids, isn't it? It's supposed to be them needing you, but really it's the other way around. I didn't know what I was letting myself in for when I had Hattie. I just had this romantic vision of me and a baby. I was prepared for the hard work, sleepless nights, nappies, chicken pox. What I wasn't prepared for, though, was how much I'd love her.
You don't know that till you see them, do you?
And get to know them.
Like I'm getting to know you.
Mum, I can't find Jess's sandals.
Have you tried the bathroom?
It's as bad as our house.
Once, we found Hattie's shoes in the airing cupboard.
It's a good job Jess has got you to sort her out, eh?
Come on, it's all right.
I'll be back late tonight.
Why?
I'm looking for a new flat, won't I?
There's no need to look for a new flat when there's a breakfast here like this.
It's because I can't stand another night like last night, that's why.
Good, at least I'll get a room to myself.
Never mind. It won't be for long.
How do you mean?
Because I've asked Ralph to show me some more of this lovely country of yours.
Have plenty of room then, won't you?
Now, come on, boys. Eat. Don't let it get cold.
Look, there's no point in you all going.
Yeah, well, the less I see of that camp bed, the better.
Hey, at least you've got a bed.
Sleeping on the floor is good for you. They tell you to do that when you've got a bad back.
I'd like to see you do it.
I wouldn't mind.
Great. I'll have your bed. Nothing wrong with my back.
Yeah, and I'll lend you one of my pillows.
At least I'd be sure of keeping my eye on you, wouldn't I?
Problems with the visit?
Well, not really.
Oh?
Gary's not a bad boy, is he?
No.
And they seem so fond of each other.
They are. Is that what's bothering you?
I thought she'd hate him.
What did you expect? For a long time, they only really had each other.
But after what he's done...
Please sit down. You know what's happened in that family?
Well, I know the mother left them.
But before that, there was violence and neglect. Other men. These children didn't get much of a home life even when they had a mother. The father did his best, but he just couldn't cope. And he's angry. He's angry because he had to let his children go into care. And he's angry because of what's happened.
But he says it hasn't happened. He says she's lying.
He just doesn't want to face it. He's afraid he'll feel a failure. One of our biggest problems is getting the families to talk about this. And that's what we're working on with Louise. And that's what we're hoping you'll help us with.
Oh, I don't know whether I can.
What do you mean?
I think maybe Paul's right. I've bitten off more than I can chew. It's just that sometimes Louise is a little girl, bringing me things, needing my help. And other times she's so knowing. I don't feel as though my home's my own. I feel I have to lock things away. I feel such a failure.
You're expecting too much too soon. She is making progress.
Is she?
She's beginning to talk to her counselor. The next step is to get her to talk to Gary. She's got to tell him that what he's been doing is wrong.
She'll never do that.
Oh, she has to.
She loves him. You can see that.
It would help if you could talk to her. Get her to give the blame back and not take it onto herself.
I don't know if I can. They're so close. I don't know if she'll let me in.
Precies.
Hey, wait for me!
thought you were going on to work.
I forgot something.
The kids get to school all right?
Fine. I had to drop Jess off first. She insisted. Wanted to show her friend off.
I bet Hattie enjoyed that.
She did. I know how Jess felt.
So do I. So, what did you come back for?
We forgot to make an arrangement. When shall I see you again? Tonight?
Yes.
And tomorrow?
We mustn't rush things.
We haven't much time.
Silly, isn't it? This should happen just as I'm about to go away. Still, let's make the most of it.
Is that right? None at all? OK, Mr. Litton. I'll be right back to you. Bye-bye.
Oh, no. What have you been up to now?
Down the fish market.
Catching tiddlers?
As a matter of fact, I did catch one. I've just booked him in now.
Did you have to use the poison gas?
I'm gonna get changed out of this.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
To change me clothes?
You're still on duty, aren't you? Who's going to interview that bloke you just brought in?
That'll be all right.
And you better get your homework done before you go in there.
What homework?
Oh, well up on fishery law, are you? Know all about international waters.
I'll leave off with
Tell you what, have a word with Charlie, secretary of the Anglers' Ears. Oh, and, you better get this down to forensic. I mean, you could have vital evidence here. Exhibit A.
Oh, I don't think I could eat another meal for a week.
I'll remind you of that at lunchtime.
Nice to have a woman's touch around the house, isn't it?
You must be joking.
Oh, ready for anything now.
Give me a hand, will you?
Nice, I'll get sorted. Move my gear into your room. All right, we'll put your stuff in here.
And me sleep on the floor? You're kidding.
I tell you what, me and Lana will do the washing up, eh?
No. Me and you'll do the washing up.
You what?
Well, Lana's done all the cooking. It's only fair we should clear up.
Well, that's very nice.
Come here, love. You go and sit down and read the paper. Go on.
Well, thank you, Harry.
Come on, you. You wash and I'll wipe.
Well, as long as you don't forget the pans.
Let the pans drain, that's what I always say.
Lana likes a nice, tidy kitchen.
Lana this, Lana that. You're like a broken gramophone record.
Yeah, but it was a great breakfast, though, wasn't it?
The way to a man's heart. That's how she's trying to catch you.
She's not that sort of woman.
I know what sort she is. She interferes in other people's lives. And you're a good catch. A widower with a bit put by.
Yeah, and she's a widow with a lot put away.
Yeah, but you've got one thing that she hasn't got. British nationality.
She's not that sort.
There's no fool like an old fool. You didn't think that about Madge either.
Anyone can make a mistake.
I'm trying to stop you making one twice. You mark my words. As soon as Lana gets her hand on your passport, she'll be off.
That's not fair.
Better the devil, you know. You'd be better off staying where you're appreciated. And put some more elbow grease into it. There's some egg left on that.
At the conclusion of the interview, I will give you a notice explaining what will happen to the tapes. Finally, you are not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you say will be given in evidence. Right then. Me and you've got a few things to talk about. We've been keeping an eye on you for a long time, you know. How long? Will you tell me? I don't know. What about that box of salmon I saw you loading?
It's my job, isn't it?
Yeah, but your employees have reported losses going back 6 weeks at least.
I don't know nothing about that. I was just doing my job.
So you're saying that box of fish was paid for?
Well, must have been. I wouldn't have been told to load it up, would I?
Well, I've been having a word with your boss.
Mr. Lippin?
That's right, yeah, Mr. Lippin. And Mr. Lippin says that before you got nicked, he hadn't sold a single box of salmon. It's gone very quiet all of a sudden.
It wasn't my idea.
Whose was it then?
There's the bloke with the car. He said they'd never miss a few boxes.
The one that got away? But not for long, eh? I want his name, please. His name?
Oh, hello.
Paul all right, is he?
Oh, fine.
And the little girl?
Yes, she's all right.
Make the most of her while you've got her. Boy, I sure did miss my boys when they left home. Good job I've got Ralph to keep me company now, isn't it?
Are you still having a good holiday?
Oh, yes, there's so many lovely places to see. Today we're going to go to the... Where is it, Ralph?
Port Sunlight.
Oh, the Lady Lever Art Gallery. You'll enjoy that. They've got a wonderful collection of Wedgwood.
It's the pictures I like myself.
You must look at the village, too. It's beautifully laid out.
Oh, you have so many lovely places in England. We'll never run out of things to see and do.
Well, you'll have to stay a long time, then.
I could live here. Really, I could.
Could you?
Anyway, do give my love to your mum when she phones.
Yes, I will.
Look, are you sure you want to go?
The Lady Lever Art Gallery?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, you know, see one set of pots, you've seen them all, haven't you?
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just feel a bit off colour, that's all.
Oh, in that case, of course I don't want to go. You better put your feet up.
Well, there's no need for that.
Now, look, I'm here to take care of you, aren't I? We can go to Port Sunlight, all those other places another day. After all, we've got all the time in the world.
Did you get what you need?
Yeah, he landed himself right in it, over the top of his head. And his mate, too.
Give him the hard and soft technique, did you?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, like.
I'm not sure we're allowed to torture them, you know. He probably only talked because he couldn't stand being in the same room as that Pong.
He smelled just as bad.
You getting that lot off to the cleaners, then?
Yeah.
After all, you'll be needing them again, especially if you land the two of them.
Easy's catching tadpoles.
Hey, Rod. Keep on like this, and you could have what it takes to be in CID after all.
And then you take another aspirin in 3 hours.
Hey, what are you doing?
Then I'll bring you a nice little bit of soup, because you mustn't overtax your digestion.
Look, I'm all right.
So, you know, maybe that was it. Maybe you had too much breakfast. Better take it easy on the bacon tomorrow.
Look, I'm just a bit tired.
There now. You just lie there and take it easy, and I'll bring you a nice hot water bottle.
Hey, he won't be stopping in that room tonight.
Ralph is a sick man.
Well, if he does, you won't.
I wouldn't dream of it. What Ralph needs is peace and quiet.
So what will you do?
Well, I can't sleep with Mick, and I can't sleep with you. So it looks like
And me share with Mick? No way.
There isn't any option, is there, Harry? Say, does Ralph often get sick?
Well, what do you expect at his age?
Well, when we were with Mona, he told me he was perfectly fit. Even boasted about it.
He would do, wouldn't he?
I suppose you never find out about somebody until you've known them a long time.
Look, I've known Ralph since he was 14. We started as apprentices on the railway together.
Funny, isn't it? Ralph working on the railways.
Nothing funny about it. It was a good job. Everybody wanted it when I was a lad.
But coming from his family, you'd think he'd have done something better.
There was nothing better. What's he been telling you about his family?
Oh, about their history. He's going to take me to see this big house in Derbyshire.
Hardwick Hall, you mean? That's got nothing to do with Ralph.
Oh, I know he's just a distant cousin. It's sad, isn't it, that his grandpa lost all their money?
He's been having you on, love. Ralph's never had any money. That's why he's always been chasing it. Told you about Madge, has he?
No, I don't believe he has.
The rich widow. The one that got away.
Are you trying to tell me that Ralph is after me for my money?
Well, I'm just putting two and two together. I mean, who's been paying for all these outings? That's what I'd like to know.
I like buying him meals.
All right. Whose car's he been riding in? His or mine?
You don't mind.
That's because I feel sorry for him. And look where it's got me. I even haven't got a bed to sleep in.
I don't think you should be saying these things behind Ralph's back.
I'm just thinking of you. And Ralph, of course. I mean, he only gets these attacks when he gets excited. What he needs is to lead a quiet life, to stay at home. You know, do a bit of gardening, potter about. He doesn't want people coming along disturbing him. I mean, what good does that do? Why can't they leave us alone? Why can't things just stay as they are?
Home Office pathologist Dr. Michael Green reveals his expertise next at Jimmy's.
Come on, Auntie Caroline. Let's go to the park.
Oh, what's what you doing with it?
It's my house. What are these doing on my telly?
Oh, what's wrong? There's nothing else on at this hour.
All right, Harry. Shut the blinds, will you? That sun's terrible.
Fresh air, that's what you want.
Oh, leave it out.
Oh, it's freezing, Harry.
It's fresh, more than can say for this room.
That's Ralph's socks, sir.
And I can't lay this table with all this gear on it.
Oh, wait, can't we have a bit of privacy?
Privacy? It's my living room.
Oh, I don't care. I can get dressed anywhere.
And you cover yourself up. This is a respectable house.
Oh.
I'll go when I'm ready.
There's no point in arriving late.
Might as well stay here then.
Get yourself a bad reputation.
Thought you enjoyed my company.
I do.
Let's make the most of it.
You should be at school.
And where should you be?
Right, me first, for a wee bladder.
I'm first. I've got a weak heart.
Oh, you can have a transplant. It won't cost you nothing.
Is that perfume lovely?
Did you buy that?
No, it came from America.
You things in a big way over there.
How long's she gonna be?
Hey, they've got 3 bathrooms in their house, you know.
It's a pity she didn't bring one with her, isn't it?
Over go now. I'll get there for break and I'll be hanging around.
Well, I would rather you were hanging round there than here.
Why, is someone coming?
No.
Leave me alone then.
Look, if you're going to stay here, then we've got to talk. You're here for a purpose. I want to help.
Hmm.
Well, it's what you asked for.
All you've done is make things worse.
I tried to do my best.
You've got more of them on me back. Social workers, key workers, counsellors. I've been trying to shake them off and you're piling them all back on again. How many more have you got stashed away, eh?
Don't be silly.
I've done as I was told. I've been to the counselling sessions. I've talked my head off. I've said what they wanted to hear. Isn't that enough?
Everybody's trying to help you.
They're out for what they can get.
That is not fair.
Isn't it? Let them ask you the questions they ask me, eh? Who's this, Brian?
How long's she gonna be?
Wish I was a garden gnome.
Sounds as though she's crop spraying in there.
Morning, fellas.
Chloe's all friendly, that, you know.
It's killing me. They shouldn't have through the customs. Oh, you.
Daddy, Daddy.
Jess?
Leave her a minute.
It's not my fault you didn't know I was here.
I am not happy about this.
I had no chance to explain.
No chance.
Louise, I think you'd better go to school.
Why? It's nearly time to come home.
Please.
Oh, well, if it makes you happy. It's games today, I think.
Hannah, I've been in London for 2 weeks. I didn't expect to come back to this.
I can explain.
I telephoned you every chance I got.
Yes, I know you did.
You never said a word.
I told you everything. You asked me what I'd been doing. I told you what I'd done and who I'd done it with.
And you didn't tell me.
It wasn't Louise you were interested in.
Hannah, I've made my feelings plain. This is my house as much as it's yours. And I've every right to say who stays here and who doesn't. She's not family, she's not friend. We've got nothing in common with her. She's not our type.
She needs us.
Well, she doesn't need me, and I certainly don't need her.
Well, she needs a place to stay.
A hotel?
A home.
She's got a home, a children's home, paid for by the state. Fully equipped, all mod cons, trained staff, every facility.
And it's not the same as being part of a family.
Oh, I'm sure it isn't. Perhaps her family could do something about that.
Look, there are things about her that you don't know. I'll tell you all about it when she's gone to school.
I'll say what I like, when I like, under my own roof.
You know, apart from one trip to Spain, the only kind of holiday I could ever afford was somewhere in England with standard accommodation.
Ralph, has this left you short?
No, it's just that if we hadn't been staying with Mona and Gerald, I would have been able to show you around as much as I did. And we couldn't have eaten in posh restaurants. Would have been egg and chips and pub food.
Now, look, if you're short of cash because of me, I want you to say so. I understand the situation. I mean, you weren't planning a holiday. I was. I came prepared.
No, it's just that I wanted you to know I'm not loaded.
You know, I enjoyed the nights as much as the days.
So did I. I mean, I'm no Casanova, but...
If you were, I would have run a mile. That was one of the minor irritations back home. Campus Casanovas. They never let up, even when Carter was still alive. You know, I really like you, Ralph. I had a great time.
What am I going to say to her?
She'll take it in her stride. She's got to stop living in the past, too. I've been through this with Hattie. Kids let you lead your own life. They do.
She's a baby.
No, she's not. She understands more than you realize.
Just wait till she's out of the way.
She can get out of the way now. She's accused her own brother of...
It's not like that, Paul. You don't understand.
Do you know what sort of a position this puts me in? Sleeping in the next room, in and out of the same bathroom. She could say anything. She could compromise me.
Why would she want to do that?
I don't know. I don't know anything about her.
She needs help.
Sure she does.
Well, someone's got to try.
I haven't.
Well, I think I have.
I don't understand your attitude. It's not as if you had any training or experience. You don't know what you're doing. You're just blundering along, ignoring every danger.
I'm not ignoring every danger. I only wish I could.
What do you mean by that?
You're right, Paul. I am blundering along. I know I am. I'm out of my depth. I don't know what I'm doing. But what I do know is that she needs someone. And I'm the only person available. And if she's put her faith in me, she must be desperate because no one else ever has. I don't trust her. I wish I did. I wish I wasn't locking drawers, locking cupboards, keeping my handbag by my side. I wish I wasn't hoping that you'd go back to London out of harm's way. I wish I could believe every word she says. But I don't trust her any more than you do. But I have to pretend to trust her. Pretend that I don't suspect her of lying.
Why? Why do you have to do all this?
Because her own father warned me against her. Would we do that to our child?
Don't take any notice of him. He won't tell you the truth.
And you will?
Go to school, Louise.
What have you got against me? What have I ever done to you?
I've no intention of involving myself in this sort of discussion.
Don't you think I'm good enough to talk to?
We'll discuss it later.
I asked you a question.
This is intolerable.
Louise, leave things. Paul and I will have sorted everything out by the time you get back.
He hates me, Dad. He put me away. Put me away. What do you know about that, eh?
Look at the new house, Jess. The daddy doll and the baby doll are living in it. And everything's new. The daddy bought a new table and chairs and a big new sofa. And curtains for all the windows. And carpets for all the floors, didn't he? But he had no mummy doll to help him.
He had the baby.
Oh, yes. He had the baby. He'll always have the baby. But there's no mummy doll living in this house. It's very sad for the daddy and the baby, but she's not there anymore. I can't see her. Can you? She just isn't there anymore. She just isn't there. I think it's time we put this doll away now. Do you?
So this is what you call elevensies.
Yep, it's a great British tradition.
There are so many of them.
Well, eat up. We've got to keep some flesh on your bones. We can't have you going home like a scarecrow, can we?
Ooh, fat shank. This is sinful.
I can't stand people who are afraid of food.
Do you think we ought to save some for Harry?
No. They look better in your mouth than his.
Oh, you sure know how to charm a girl, Ralph.
Oh, you're charming enough.
Harry doesn't think so.
Oh, Harry, phew. You'd need a dozen VCs and a map of the D-Day landings tattooed across your chest to please him.
He is kind of miserable, isn't he?
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet.
You mean there's more?
Are you coming down?
No.
I'd like you to. You've got to understand that sometimes it's difficult for Paul and me.
Told him everything.
I have to.
Every detail.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
He's my husband.
Well, it suits you. Did you tell him everything about Brian? Did that suit you?
You've got no right to talk about that.
Why not? Do you think you're better than me, do you? You can broadcast my affairs, but I can't mention yours.
I have not been broadcasting your affairs.
Ralph.
I had to explain to Paul why you're still here.
And does he know why you're still here? Does he know you were ditched? Does he know he's only got you because Brian wasn't really bothered?
Keep your voice down.
He doesn't know about the letters, does he? He doesn't know he had them locked away like everything else in this house.
It's got nothing to do with you.
Oh, yeah, it has. I'll tell Paul everything. I'll tell Paul what was in them. I can remember.
You'll do no such thing.
I'll write them out again.
Don't you dare.
I bet Brian was here, wasn't he? I bet when Paul was out, you invited him round. Didn't you? That won't stop me.
All right. I wasn't too sure if you'd be home from school yet.
Yeah, I've just got back. I haven't had time to change yet.
Tell you what, you're looking great.
Yeah, this is the height of sixth form fashion, this. I'm just about to take them off.
Even better.
Look, make yourself a drink. I won't be in there.
I'm gone. I've seen you for weeks. Give us a kiss.
You should have come on the school trip then, because we've had a romantic holiday in Italy.
Oh, I romantic.
Yeah, it's full of old ruins.
Doesn't sound romantic to me.
Look, I won't be a minute. I've got to get out of these. Make yourself a drink, all right?
Michael, will you hear me?
Hear you?
Listen to me go through my lecture notes. I should have practiced before now.
You know what you're going to say already?
No, it's the delivery. I want to get it right. How many boring lectures have you had to sit through?
Oh.
The material's good, but I've got to get it across. And anyway, it's a dry run for the States.
How's your American accent?
I won't need it for a conference in the Lake District.
Alison.
No.
Thanks, Jess.
Will you explain all the long words to Daddy?
Yes.
Curtain up.
The subject is genetic modification of ricin B chain and the production of immunotoxins in chemotherapy.
Oh, I was hoping it would be.
Considerable effort has been put into the potential use of immunotoxins in cancer chemotherapy. Such magic bullets are comprised of a toxic compound linked to an antibody which recognizes and binds to a cell surface component unique to tumor cells but absent from normal cells. Oi! Ricin is a highly toxic compound. A highly toxic compound. A highly toxic compound found in the seeds of the castor bean Ricinus communis. It floods the kitchen.
Daddy flooded the kitchen.
You call that a dry run? So what else did you do?
I've told you.
Apart from the old ruins.
Oh, you mean the young ruins?
I mean, what was the hotel like?
It wasn't a hotel, it was a hostel, a youth hostel.
Oh, just young kids then?
Yeah. Oh, apart from the teachers, like, you couldn't exactly call them young, could you? Oh, you should have seen the state of the clothes. They were from the Ark.
Was it all English kids then?
No, they were from everywhere. Japanese, Americans, Spanish, French, and there was some Italians. It was great, you know.
Well, come on, tell me about it then.
Sure you're interested?
Yeah.
Well, there was a disco every night and table tennis, that sort of thing. And there was all kinds going on in the grounds.
Oh, aye. All kinds of what?
Oh, you know.
I don't know. Never been abroad, have I?
Do you know what you're missing then?
Oh, put that down, will you?
I've got to get the dinner ready. Didn't know you'd be coming, did I?
Well, what was the food like?
I only ate the chips.
Must have been glad to come home then.
No.
Well, it doesn't sound much to me. Table tennis, chips and some kids' disco.
It was great. I've got some photos.
Have you?
Oh, well, if you're not interested.
I am interested.
They're not much anyway.
Doesn't matter then, does it?
I'll get them if you like.
We'll let it, Sammy.
Oh, wait!
Oh, what on earth was that?
It's the great British summer. We'll have hailstones next.
I'm sorry, did I soak you?
Oh, no, honey. It was just a bit of a surprise, that's all.
I'm Alison Gregory.
I'm Lana Costello. I was hoping to meet you.
I hope you're not too wet.
Oh, no. It was just what we needed. Ralph here was getting a little bit frisky. I was going to have to hose him down myself.
So I see.
I'd like to take him back to the States and make things really hot for him.
I'm going there myself soon.
Are you?
Yes, I've got a post at Harvard. It sounds great.
Oh, Harvard is great. You'll love it. They have a magnificent campus.
Well, there's certainly no shortage of funding over there.
It's the big corporations, hon. They have the cash, and I do mean cash. Oh, there's nothing you can tell me about campuses. I envy you, Allison. I wish I was starting out again.
I don't want to bore you with them.
I'll tell you if I'm bored, won't I?
I mean, I have my thumb out the viewfinder off the time.
Come on.
It's on Jeff's camera. I mean, they're not that good, you know.
Sammy, let's see the photos.
Oh, that one's the hostel in the grounds. That's our window there.
Oh, it's a boss window, that's Sam.
Yeah, and that one's of the cafeteria.
I thought it was a swimming pool.
We had our meals in there.
Go away, you didn't, did you?
Yeah, this is some of the people we met.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, and these are some more.
These are all the same.
They're not. This was taken when we went to the beach.
Who's that girl there with the big hair?
That's me. We took that one when we were eating ice creams outside the pub. They wouldn't let us in.
Oh, the head's on him. Who's he?
Luigi.
Is he from school?
Oh, yeah. Is Dad home to the pub on the Dock Road, like?
All right, I was only asking.
Luigi showed me around.
I bet he did.
Yeah, he helped me with me Italian.
Why couldn't he speak English?
Yeah,
Was he good?
very good. That one's of...
Luigi the Beaut on his own, eh?
Yeah. Here, look at these. These are for the cathedral and the palace and the piazza. Do you like the architecture?
I don't know.
You're not looking.
I want to see the others.
I'm showing you them.
Are there any more of this, Luigi?
There might be.
I don't want to be looking at churches.
Well, that's what I photographed.
I want to see the others.
Well, here are then.
I don't believe it. He's on the mall.
He's not.
Oh, you're joking, aren't you, Sammy? And I say...
Well, what do you expect? It was Italy. I've been out.
I know.
I didn't say anything. I didn't see Mr. Collins.
He's at the Safa office.
I wouldn't say anything. I'm sorry.
So am I.
What are you doing that for?
Some need a hot wash, some need a cool wash.
I don't know about things like that.
It's very basic, really. You read the labels. You can read.
I let you down.
Well, doesn't matter.
I'll do that.
No, it's done now.
I'm really sorry. I would never have said anything. Honest.
But don't threaten people, Louise. No relationship works based on threats. Come and sit down. Adults are supposed to be able to cope with life better than children. But sometimes they can't. Your father can't. Oh, some people never make mistakes. They do everything right. But it's all for a purpose.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Shall we put our mistakes behind us?
Yeah,
We haven't known each other very long, have we?
I know.
But we've got to learn to trust each other, bit by bit.
Yeah.
I'll stop locking things away.
And I'll stop.
We'll be friends. We'll go out together. Have a good time. Go on outings together, just you and me. Would you like that?
That'd be great.
Things will get better. You'll see.
Right time to believe. Right, that's it.
That's what?
You're out. You'll have to find somewhere else to go.
Hey, hang on a minute, Harry. I'm paying rent for this place.
I don't want the council on me back.
The council? What's it got to do with them?
Overcrowding, so somebody's got to go.
Well, what about Lana? I mean, she'll be leaving soon anyway.
Look, don't you worry about Lana. When she goes, I want her to be on her own. Now, come on, out.
Well, where am I going to sleep, Harry?
It's a nice evening. Indian summer.
Are they, Harry?
Yeah, well, they say that about the English girls on holiday, don't they?
They say what?
You know.
I don't.
Did you get his address?
What if I did?
Did you give him yours?
I might have done, yeah.
Did you?
What's it to you, eh?
I want to know.
You want to know a lot of things, don't you?
That's nice to do, yeah.
Well, go on, then. Ask before you burst. Who were you with while I was away, eh?
No one.
You didn't even speak to another girl.
Yeah, I spoke to a couple, but that's all I did, though. Just spoke to them.
Yeah, well, that's all I did.
Yeah, well, it looks like.
You know your own trick's best, eh?
Hey, I haven't got a bag full of photies.
No, because you're too sly.
Sly? I'm too sly.
Yeah, you couldn't wait to see them pictures. You were dying to accuse me of something.
I wasn't, Sammy.
You was. You couldn't wait.
Yeah, well, you couldn't wait either, the first fella you met.
It wasn't the first fella I met.
Oh, how many more was there then, eh?
Oh, look, will you just get out? Because I couldn't be bothered with you.
Good, because you know something, I couldn't be bothered with you.
Just take your dirty mind back to your own house, all right?
I'll be glad to.
And don't come round here again.
Dead sound. I'm not hard up, all right?
Oh, look, will you just get lost?
sticky problem for the casualty team in Jimmy's next, an accident involving a spill from a lorry carrying bitumen.
Chris?
This came today. You better look at it.
Give us a chance to get me coat off.
It's £1,200, Frank. How are we going to pay it?
1,200?
Yes, 1,200. I haven't got £1,200, Frank. Have you got £1,200?
We'll manage.
How?
I'll ring them and ask them to reduce it.
Oh, they'll do that, won't they? Dry-rot firms are well known for lowering their rates.
I'll get in touch with Lenny and make him give us the £500 back.
You'll make him? That's a joke.
Look, it's fixed, isn't it? The dry rot's cured, the job's guaranteed. There's going to be no more problems with it.
Everybody who buys a house gets a survey done. Why didn't you get a survey done, Frank? How can you have been so stupid?
Give it a rest, will you, Chris? I've got enough problems at work, but I'm coming home to this.
Yeah, well, if you carry on at work the way you do at home...
Everyone is on me back.
Well, it's no wonder.
I'll give it a rest, will you? Sammy! Sammy!
God, the drive listen to that and them arguing. My parents never raised their voices.
It must be dead burden in your house.
Oh, it is.
Hey, it's a good job they weren't here when everyone come round. Your half fellas are through house again.
I threw them out myself. I'm not having anyone telling me how to live my life.
You're right. A possessive bloke's neither use nor ornament. Give me freedom any day. Oh, God, look at these spots.
Yeah, but you can't help feeling sorry for him, though. I don't feel sorry for him. He wants me at his beck and call. It's like you and your dad. Yeah, but he loves you. He loves himself. Who does he think he is anyway? He-Man, throwing his weight around. Anyway, I've made up my mind. If he thinks I go off with a fella any chance I get, well, I might as well.
What do you mean?
I mean, are we going to a club or what?
Yeah, but what about Owen?
Oh, what about him?
Oh, it's a bit cruel, though, isn't it?
Yeah, what'll he say if he finds out? He'll say what he wants to say. Who cares?
You're right. A fella's a fella. But a club's about 100 fellas, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and if there's no one there worth looking at, well, we'll just dance instead.
Yeah, OK.
Oh, but I'll have to be home early.
Oh, so will I.
God, we're all on elastic.
Nick, I'm sorry about that. I had to do it. You know the way things are.
Oh, yeah?
Look, you were a smashing lodger, and I'd recommend you to anyone if ever you want a reference.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll find somewhere to go, a smart young fella like you.
Teddy and Sue have taken me in.
Hey, I wanted to tell you. I know a good one when I see one. And you were very considerate. I'll tell them that, and you were very obliging.
Oh, very obliging.
Look, you're not in a hurry, are you?
I've got to go to work, Eddie. I'm dropping something off.
Well, how long will you be? Because there's something I'd like to do for you.
Well, I won't be long, Eddie. And what would you want to do for me?
Well, I thought you'd like to give me another driving lesson.
You what?
Well, you seemed to enjoy it so much last time. Tell you what, I'll pop round later, eh? All right.
Oh, I wish you brought me other shoes.
Borrow a pair of me dad's. Hey, Sammy, can I wear this top?
What, your figure?
Wear whatever you like, but remember to put your coat on and no lipstick till we get there.
OK. Should we say we're going to Nisha's?
No, say we're going to yours, Ron. They won't be able to phone them because your mother's never in. Is my hair all right?
Great.
How's it going?
It's all right. Don't like all the paperwork, though.
Yeah, it's part of the job. It's got to be done.
I'd sooner be out on the streets.
It's safer in here.
Not scared of a bit of action.
You'll have plenty of action. Just you wait.
It's the maintenance, that's the problem. They've cut back on the overtime, so when the wagons break down, it takes longer to fix them.
Yeah, so you said.
And the drivers want me to do something about it.
We're going to Ronnie's now, OK?
See you, love.
Don't want you late. Don't be late, yeah, I know. Tra.
I'm going to have to ask for more hours at work.
I don't want you to do that.
Yeah, but what other solution is there, love? If we add this £1,200 to the mortgage, it'll mean paying another £15 a month extra. And we can't afford that right now. So if I do a few hours a week...
Where are you going to find the time? I mean, you're the school governor now.
It's parent governor. And don't think I'm giving it up, Frank, because I'm not.
I'll have another go at Lenny.
Right. That'll be 15 quid.
15 quid?
I ought to charge you more for wear and tear on my nerves. For God's sake, Harry, will you sort out your brake pedal from your accelerator?
I'm an old-age pensioner. You can't charge me 15 quid.
And you don't have to stop at every traffic light. Just the red ones will do.
I haven't got 15 quid.
And it's no use shouting at people, especially when it's your fault and they can't hear you anyway.
You're not serious, are you?
And I didn't write the highway code, Harry. It's not my fault that people drive on the left.
I meant about the 15 quid.
Too right, I'm serious. Lessons were part of the rent before, so let's see the colour of your money.
Here's to us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, we put ice in sherry back home. This has been the most enjoyable holiday I've had in a long, long time.
Do you still miss your husband, Lana?
Oh, yes, I do. Well, I wasn't brought up to be independent. I wish I had been. I'm too old to change now. Oh, Carter was a good man. He had a powerful brain, but he loved his home comforts. Took me as I am and left me well provided for. He was close to a lot of people. You'd have liked him.
Could anyone take his place?
Oh, no. There was only one Carter. But he's gone now, and I'm not about to dwell on the past.
Would you ever consider marrying again, Lana?
I don't know. The right man, yes, I would. I like being married. But there isn't another Carter, and I'm not looking for one. No, if I married again, it would be someone very different. I don't want to relive anything. I want to go on to something new.
Lana, I'd like you to marry me.
What? Oh, Ralph.
Oh, look, I'm no mastermind. I'm not wealthy. I'm just an ordinary bloke, but...
No, it's not that.
Well, what is it then?
Well, I was just thinking, what would my boys say?
What do you think they'd say?
Well, they'd say, are you sure you know what you're letting yourself in for? It's all a bit sudden, isn't it? Do you love him?
And do you? Because I love you, Lana.
Oh, what the hell, Ralph? Let's do it.
You mean you will?
Marry you, yes.
Oh, Lana.
And then, no honeymoon. Right back to the States. Vegas and home.
Vegas?
Oh, you love it, Ralph. It's your kind of town.
Have a drink, girls.
No, you don't waste much time.
Well, you're not going to be out late, are you?
I wonder if there's another knows where he is.
She does, but yours doesn't. What is it then, girls? 3 Cokes?
I'll have a glass of white wine, please.
Yes, so will I. I'll just have an orange juice, please.
I'm Cap.
I'm Ron.
Talk to your friends later.
There's a carton of that in the fridge.
None of this, there isn't.
You're right, I know there isn't.
Preparing something special.
Yankee job, is it?
No, it's all best British fruit.
Oh, yes, they grow a lot of oranges in the northwest of England, don't they?
I've asked Lorna to marry me.
You what?
She's accepted.
You must be out your mind. I said you must be out your mind.
Ah, she's a lovely woman, Harry.
She'll please you.
Get away, she could buy and sell me.
She's after your British passport.
I thought you'd be pleased for us.
Me pleased? I'm pleased, all right, that you're making a fool of yourself again.
Look, I don't want to argue. I just wanted you to be the first to know, that's all.
Why, who else have you got to tell?
Oh, I've got a few other friends.
Oh, put a big advert in the Echo. Tell everybody. The international set will want to know, won't they?
Look, I'm very happy about this, so don't go and spoil it for us.
Spoil it? Me spoil it? How can I? The arrangements have been made. Behind my back. I haven't even been considered. And I'll tell you another thing. If you think you two are going to live here, well, you're not. You're making the right pills of that.
No use worrying, love.
I'm not worrying.
Switch that thing off.
I'm watching it.
Is that our Jeff messing about? Hey, what are you after?
Oh, well, Mr. Rogers. I was looking for your Sammy.
Well, you won't find us sitting in the garden, will you?
Who is it, Fran?
That old fella, looking for our Sammy.
She's a Bonnie.
You heard.
Hey, cheers, Mr. Rogers.
Gosh, it'll be different over there, you know.
Well, they speak the same language, more or less.
And I don't suppose there'll be many other Englishmen there.
Oh, you might bump into Tom Jones. Although in Las Vegas, I think there'll be a shortage of British Rail retired employees.
Ah, yeah.
There's no Commonwealth and Empire Club there.
Ah, but I'll soon find me feet, won't I?
Oh, I can see you on your surfboard now.
Look, I might just get to enjoy it, you know.
Then again, you might not.
Come on, Rod, cheer up.
I thought the CID was all robberies and murders.
It is on the telly.
I know, yeah. It's all stale jokes in here. Stale jokes, missing cats, stolen fish. Dead exciting.
Well, what did you expect?
I don't know. Not this, though.
I think the criminal classes have repented, been born again. But they're all sitting at home now with the Bibles.
Yeah, just my luck.
Don't worry about it. Before long, someone's bound to raid a jeweller's or a sub-post office or an offie. You'll get your fun.
There was more action when I was on foot patrol.
Yeah, but did you really suit the helmet? Come on.
Oh, here comes John Travolta now.
Do you know you're the best looking girl in here tonight?
I know.
Oh, I'm modest with it. She's all right, isn't she?
Yeah, these two are all right as well.
You can spud yourself.
Oh, well, if you like me that much, you better get the round in.
And I thought you were a gentleman.
I know I gave you that idea. 2 bottles of pills.
I'll get them wrong. Nish gives a hand.
Hey, she's all right, that Nisha, isn't she?
She's dead clever as well, you know. She wants to go to college.
Oh, Tony knows all about college.
Oh, so you're a college pudding then, are you?
I used to be, before I met Cav.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Batra. It's Owen Daniels here, Sammy Rogers' boyfriend. I was trying to get hold of Sammy. I thought she was at Ronnie's, but she's not there. Is she at yours by any chance? Oh. OK. Cheers. I'll try there then. Thanks.
My place isn't my own anymore.
Ah, it's young love.
Geriatric love. They should be ashamed of themselves. He hangs on to her every word. I don't know what she sees in him.
Well, live and let live, Harry.
They've taken over. I'm an exile in my own house. Can't go in the lounge. I spent half the evening in my own bedroom. That's why I brought that gear across for you.
Thanks.
I think it's second childhood, that's what I think.
Oh, you can't begrudge him the chance of happiness, Harry.
Happiness? I'm not happy. Ralph's my best friend. She's a foreigner. She's from another world, but you can't tell him that.
They're enjoying themselves.
Enjoying themselves? Well, I'm not. I should never have let her set foot in my house.
You should have put her in the ace with me.
Aye, you're right. Should have done.
Come on, drink your tea.
Look at me, Mick. What have I got? Sitting in somebody else's house talking to a stranger. Trying to set foot over my own doorstep.
Oh, it doesn't have to be like that. They're not expecting you to keep out the way.
They are.
Why don't you make up a threesome, eh?
What, play gooseberry, you mean? Not likely. They don't want me. They look upon me as an awkward old man. They want me out.
Oh, now, Ralph's not like that. And anyway, it's your house.
Only ever thinks of her. What's having the other two back?
The other three, you mean? They're at Sue's mum's. They'll be ours yet.
Oh, forget about the baby. Look, you don't have to put up with me, you know.
If you get on my nerves, I'm going for a spin in my hearse.
Yeah, that's where I'll be next.
Harry.
Look, I don't want Ralph to go to America with her. Will you talk to him? We'll have a word, Mick. I don't want to be on my own. I couldn't bear it. I can't even think about it, Mick. I can't.
Hey, it's not often I get to come out of a club with three girls on me arm.
You haven't even got one on your arm.
He won't go near you. Oh, won't he?
Hey, who do you think you are?
Just trying to get to know you a bit better.
It takes years to get to know someone.
We've got about a minute and a half.
Come on, Ronnie. Your mother's calling me.
My ears aren't functioning.
Yeah, I know it is functioning though. Ronnie!
Right, so we'll give you girls a lift home then, eh?
Is that yours?
That's my brother's. He lends it me now and again. Some great times in this car. Very comfortable seats.
Oh, God, it's a raid! You're not laughing us, will they?
Nah, they can't prove we were in there. How old did you say you were, girls?
Look, we'll forget it. We'll get a taxi, all right?
Look at my car. Look, Cav, they're nervous. Didn't your mum ever tell you not to get in a car with strangers? Take the reg off you once. I've got a sister your age. We'll drop Tony off first. I can't handle the three of you on my own, not when I'm driving. It's better than waiting around for a taxi, isn't it? And the three of you can get out together, wherever you like.
Just wait a minute. What do you think?
I want to go home.
You can't get done for drinking orange juice.
Do you think we can trust them two?
I don't care. I want to go home.
They've had a lot to drink, you know.
Cav hasn't had much.
How do we know we can drive?
Oh, but they didn't push the car here.
Yeah, well, I'm not stuck on them.
I just want to go home.
Oh, look, Tony gets out first, and then we all get out together. Now, Cav's not going to try anything on with the three of us.
You tried enough on with you.
Look, well, if you get out at my place, you can phone a taxi on the corner.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
He definitely gets out first.
Of course.
All right, go on.
Where'd you live, girls? Birmingham.
Brookside Close. Do you know it?
Oh, we know everywhere.
Hey, should we send out for a fish supper, eh, lads? Cod and chips all round.
No.
Got some good news for you. The one that got away has just been landed.
You what?
Got caught hook, line and sinker. Washed up on the beach in Jersey.
On the beach?
Well, the airport.
I don't know what you're on about.
The bloke who got away from the fish market. The blue whale. He's been harpooned.
Oh.
Well, I thought you'd be pleased.
Well, it's not my job to be pleased, is it? I just enforce the law.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah, I read it in a manual.
Well, have they learnt you to read as well?
Oh, shut it, I've had enough.
It's a nice place, Jersey. You ever been there?
Where do I get to go and pick him up, like?
That's already spoken for. Sorry.
I thought fish was my job.
Don't like her being out late.
Don't worry, she'll be sensible, Frank.
We were sensible.
I think we were stupid.
Oh, well, no one forced you to come. You could have got a taxi home on your own.
I know, but yeah, the taxi said it'll be a few minutes. When I saw those vans, I know my dad will kill me if I get involved with the police.
You didn't get involved with the police. It was a bit of fun. What we come out for.
Yeah, well, I'm still shaking. So am I.
Anyway, what do you think of Carl?
Oh, God, he's full of himself. Like Ronnie.
State of his car, though.
It was his brother's.
Oh, and what's your Jeff got like a road?
Well, I hope this taxi hurries up.
You're miserable, you are.
Not as miserable as me mum and dad are gonna be.
I give him your number. He's gonna ring me.
Yeah, he looked desperate.
You're jealous.
He's got spots. You're well suited then.
Did you see his wallet?
Oh, yeah, and all his gold credit cards. I think he's a millionaire. Ain't he slumming it? Oh, definitely slumming it.
He knows how to give a girl a good time.
Yeah, it was great the way he drove off. Oh, we are. Here's the taxi. Go on, then, get in.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right, Trav, phone you, all right?
Keep hold of him! Get off me, come on! Lay off! Hey, all right. Hey, hold on! Get off me, hey,
Hey,
lay off!
No, hold, John!
Come on!
You're already messing!
Messing?
Your mum tell him it's all
A
right!
young girl screaming down the close. You're saying everything's all right?
Yeah, it is, Mr. Cross.
Have you ever heard of the boy who cried wolf?
Hey, you. She wasn't crying wolf.
You shut up, you. You do not cause trouble. Now get out of here.
I'll go when I'm ready.
I'm going to tell you once more. If you're still here, I'm going to burst you.
You don't know the old street, you know.
No, you're trouble, lad. Hey, you're too much of that.
Look, I can explain about all
I
this.
don't want any explanations. Go ahead, walk. All right, all right.
Preparations for chin reconstruction surgery and the correction of an eye squint in Jimmy's, coming up next.